Montgomery County is filled with good Samaritans. In today's episode of Did You Know, we'll look at some examples. Helpers who clean our public roads and streams, a local restaurant that feeds those in need each Christmas, and a longtime volunteer at the Office of Consumer Protection.
And they get the money and then they disappear.
Recently, the Montgomery County Department of Transportation and the Department of Environmental Protection recognized individuals and groups who created landscape beautification projects and those who helped clean our roads. It also honored local photographers who captured the county in pictures. Here's more.
Tonight is Keep Montgomery County Clean and Green award celebration. We will be recognizing and awarding community members, individuals, civic association, organization for their volunteerism and doing a lot of good for the community.
The photography contest, we had 44 entries this year, and they have to be amateur photographers, and it's just a wide range of people. Second place winner, Pamela Coleman, the mystical Woodmont Triangle.
I think it's awesome. That's why I came out, because they said they would mail the award to me, but I felt proud. It's the first time I've ever entered a photography contest. I was staying at the Doubletree Hotel, and I just happened to look outside, and it was night, and it was all bright and beautiful, and I took a picture, and then when I saw the application, I said, I got the perfect picture for this. So I took a chance and matted a photo for the first time and sent it in.
We each actually have a youth category for people under 18. We always get some wonderful photos from the teenagers and even younger. And then for the beautification contest, we had about 65 entries. So these are landscapes that are made by professionals and by non-professionals. And we have some of the biggest landscape companies in the county do participate. So they'll have clients, either businesses or civic associations or others for whom they have done landscapes, and they'll be awarded for that.
I feel really excited and grateful. To me, it means that I work in a county where people really value landscaping that is not only beautiful but good for the earth, and it's an honor to have won the Excellence Award, and it's gratifying because we work really, really hard.
Adopt a Road program is a very important program in the county. We have over 450 road segments and more than 1,000 volunteers who actually clean our roads. So what we are doing tonight is recognizing two groups, one for doing the most cleaning or picking up the most amount of trash, and the other group for doing an outstanding job. Their area looked fantastic. And finally, we're going to recognize an individual who has been volunteering for the past 25 years for Adopt a Road program. And his name is Sammie Young, and we are very excited about doing that.
I've lived here now for 46 years in Montgomery County, and I have 45 years of community service in an assorted group of activities. I had started on Bridge Cheney Road. The building started out there. We had a sewer moratorium in the early days, and the building started, and along with that, there were signs everywhere. And I thought, well, this is my community, and it's going to look good. So I started moving signs, and along with it, I picked up the trash. That's what he calls cut work.
That's a nice way to say it.
Yeah, okay. I was willing to do it because, as I said, I'm not a moralist or anything like that, you know, but it's the community, and I was proud of the community out there.
And on behalf of Keep Montgomery County Clean and Green, MCDOT, DEP, thank you.
The Montgomery County Council recently issued a proclamation recognizing volunteer groups who help clean streams for Montgomery parks.
I'm really excited today to be here for the County Council to recognize and thank a group of residents who do so much to make this county a better place. You know, this behind us here today, we have representatives of many organizations that reach out into the community day in and day out, week in and week out, building energy and excitement about cleaning up our watersheds.
It's a cliche to say when you're thanking somebody, we couldn't have done it without you, but with over 35,000 acres of parkland and over 420 parks to maintain, we really could not do it without our great volunteers, the street cleanup folks, the weed warriors, the trail maintenance people, these armies of volunteers that are out there every weekend doing back-breaking work in our parks. We could not do it without you, so thank you.
We managed to get usually about 300 volunteers out, 350 twice a year, and it takes a huge crew of section leaders and the support from Montgomery Parks and people working behind the scenes.
And our work is to get the youth civically engaged. So what better partnership than this partnership? Taking the youth out in the community, doing park cleanups, is for us a great way to get young people civically engaged, get the ground running, and start getting involved in the community.
We're part of Green Wheaton. Green Wheaton, of course, is we're working to educate and engage the residents of Wheaton. We are situated in the Rock Creek and Sligo Creek and Northwest Branch watersheds, and we've been having a lot of success, I think, in engaging and in getting these parks, at least in the Wheaton area, cleaned up.
We've been in existence for a long time, but got energized a few years back, got a grant from the county about 2 years back, and that has really helped us move ahead with a lot of work and capacity building. And I did want to recognize Roger Berliner, who is our county council member from that particular area, who's a very strong environmental person too. So Hans, thank you very much.
We do lots of trash pickups and trail work with parks so that people can go out and enjoy their watershed.
We're from the Audubon Naturalist Society, and we're very grateful to all the support that we have from Montgomery Parks and from the Montgomery County Council in helping us to connect people to their local watersheds through our Communities for Clean Streams program and our Green Kids partnership with MCPS schools. Thank you.
We're very grateful to the County Council for supporting keeping our reservoir and the creek around it, limiting development as much as possible, because this is a unique place. And 10 Mile Creek, we have various cleanups in the year, and we also do stream quality monitoring, but it does lead into our emergency drinking water supply. And so we know how important that is for our county and for our future.
Each year, the original Pancake House in Bethesda opens its doors to those in need on Christmas Day. Dozens of volunteers prepare and serve the free meals, as well as provide clothing, toys, and toiletries. The Montgomery County RSVP Yarners work all year to provide knitted and crocheted hats and scarves for the guests. Here's more.
Well, we have a fantastic group of volunteers that come in about 7:30 and get the restaurant set up, and they do everything. And at 8:30, our first troop of guests come in.
We're just feeding the less fortunate today. We closed 2 out of the 3 of our stores, and we just want to give an opportunity to people in the community to help us and help give back to the community. So we're thrilled that we can do this for them.
So we're just trying to give people who sometimes don't have anything to do on Christmas morning, something to look forward to. I wish there weren't anybody in the county who needed this, but unfortunately, there are.
On average, I'd say somewhere between 500 and 700 here, and then sometimes at the other store, upwards of 1,000.
And we get them from the shelters, the Montgomery County Coalition for the Homeless. We also do a lot with HOC, Housing Opportunities Commission. We send buses out all over the Montgomery County to pick them up, and they're brought here. And we feed them a regular meal. And we also do a big coat drive, and this year we were able to set up in a space next door to us.
A lot of toys, because we get a lot of kids that come in, so that's how we outreach the community as well.
We have, of course, RSVP, one of 2 knitting groups. They alone knitted over 700 items every year. This year, Madhu Williams, who just opened up a salon down the street from us and comes in here a lot for breakfast or lunch, and my manager at the time, David, got talking with him and telling him about it, and he says, I'd love to come in and do haircuts. And I thought that was a great thing. We've never done that before. It's all about the volunteers, because when we started this, and there's a lot of conversations about how long we've been doing it, I thought it was 13, everybody else is saying 17, 18 years. So whatever it is, I was expecting to get most of my Jewish friends to come in and help. Not the case. Of course they do, but people giving up their Christmas morning, which is so special. It's not what you get under the tree, it's what you give. So it's really more about from the heart, not from the wallet.
The Montgomery County Office of Consumer Protection recently honored longtime volunteer Bill Blanford, who is leaving after 25 years.
We want to recognize the great work that our team of dedicated volunteers do. Our office has had a history for many, many years of relying heavily upon a dedicated team of volunteers, retired attorneys, retired CIA officers, retired judges, principals. We couldn't do what we do to help all the residents of Montgomery County without people like Bill Blanford doing the great job that he's doing. And it's really a testament that he's been here 25 years. We are a family, and we work hand in hand between our investigators and our volunteers.
A retired CIA manager, Bill's skills and knowledge were invaluable to OCP.
Well, when I first started, I worked with Rich Alexander on cars, and I now know almost everything about cars he wanted to know about. And then it went from there to John, and he worked on cars too, and also on housing, and roofs and wood choppers and stuff like that. And so I learned how to be aware of scams. These scam artists are so convincing. They come by and they say, let me take care of your trees or your yard or your roof. And they get half the thing, and they get the money, and then they disappear. Older people, and they don't, they fall for this gift of gab. And so that's why they should be aware. And we also, if you have some equipment, you bought some kitchen stuff or something like that. If you have a problem, they don't know who to turn to. So then they turn to this office. We investigate it. We don't take anybody's word for it for the first go round. They immediately contact the customer and say, is this what you want to say? And they say yes. We call the merchant and see what their side of the story is, and it's usually not the same at all. And so then you go back and forth negotiating. I am 88 going on 89. Don't you think it's about time to sit back?